What's good, YouTube? You already know what it is. Your boy TripleN, and we're back for another deck profile. And you know I am one of the members of the Unlucky Bros Incorporated. But if you watch my boy Flames' last videos, let me show you the deck that he don't like: Dimensional Dragons with the power of Lost World. Now I'm gonna pause it real quick and just lay the deck out because I've already made this video once and it messed up. So give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. This is all the monsters that I play in the Dimensional Dragon deck. For Agonia, he's the buddy. If he's on the field, if he's removed off the field, discard a Dimensional Dragon. Look at the top 4, grab 2 of them, put the 2 in the gauge. Pretty much simple. For Epis, literally when he's placed, when it enters the field, you could drop a hand card. Look at the top 6 cards of your deck. Grab up to 2 Dimensional Dragons or Lost World, and then put the rest of your deck in any order. It's a hard once per turn. They're both hard once per turns. That's a grade 3. This is a grade size 3. This is size 2. Another size 2. Peltstos. It's pay a gauge to call it. When it enters the field, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Either grab a Dimensional Dragon or a Lost World and drop the rest. Next, Dimensional Dragon, Delore, we play 3 of that. It allows you, if you pay a gauge, put top card of your deck, it's just so that's its skull cost. All Dimensional Dragons on your field cannot be destroyed or returned to the hand by a punch card effect, so it's a protector. That's the reason why I play it. It's literally just for protection, if it's like, just making your opponent harder to deal with. And then if you have a Lost World, as your flag, this card gets plus 10,000 power, penetrate, and double attack. Next, Dimensional Dragon Decay. I play 4, but I'm gonna end up bumping it down. But it's a you just put a card from put a Dimensional Dragon from the drop zone, put it into its soul. It has the ability More Love. When a Dimensional Dragon enters the field, you gain 1 life and then you get to draw a card. I love doing that on my opponent's turn because I can call Degwayne when it's getting attacked or something, and then it'll give me a draw, and then Degwayne will give me another draw. Then if you have a Lost World on the field, this card gains the power 10,000 power, 10,000 defense, and an instant critical and double attack. Next, you play Dimensional Dragon Enkos. This card you literally use for Agonia and this because you have to ditch a card. So literally you'll ditch this, and when you drop it from hand, the Dimensional Dragons on your field, you put the top card of your deck into your gauge and then you draw a card. And then if you're a Lost Word, you draw a card. So it's literally gauge and draw, and then if you're a Lost Word, you draw 2. I play 2-dimensional Charmata. This card probably get taken out. It was in the structure deck, and I like it just because it draws. This deck is a whole draw engine, so you draw. If you have another Dimensional Dragon on your field, you just play and draw. Then 3-dimensional Dragon Degwayne. I am gonna have a 4th one of this. I ordered 4, but they didn't send the 4th one, so I gotta order another one. So, but its effect is when your opponent attacks, you can call and you have a Dimensional Dragon on your field. You call this card, change this to this attack target, and then when during your opponent's turn, when it's destroyed, if you have a Dimensional Dragon on your field, you draw a card. So it's literally that. But that's all the monsters that I play in the Dimensional Dragon deck itself. I'm gonna pause and then I'm gonna come back with the spells. Alright, I'm back. This is the spells and the items and stuff. First spell is DN Bringer. It's a pay a gauge, draw 2 cards, and if your flag is Lost Word, you draw another card and deal 2 damage to your opponent. You only can activate if you have Dimensional Dragon on your field. It's a really good card. I'm kind of mad I don't have Desuction. I tried to find it, but TCG didn't have it. I think he has 1. I'm trying to get like 4, and other places didn't have it either. So I will get, if I get those, I'll make it, like, I'll tell you or update it. For de-alterations, it is a negate attack, and then if your opponent attack 3 or more times during that battle, you can just end that phase. Saved me a couple of times. There's a lot of ways around it, but we're just now starting to play Buddyfight, so we don't have a lot of combos and stuff in us yet. De-Aura Burst. What it does is you pay a gauge, and you can put up to 1-dimensional dragon item from your deck to your hand and just shuffle your deck, but it also has the ability to counter, and dimensional dragons on your left and right can be destroyed, so you can play this on your opponent's turn just so to keep dimensional dragons on your field, just so you can activate some of these spells. Lost of D, it allows you to put a dimensional dragon or a Lost World card from the drops onto your hand. It's pretty much simple, so if you lose your Lost World flag, or you just want a certain card, you can just grab it back. Lost Stone, it's the set card. All abilities in the Dimensional Dragon field can be nullified by opponent's card effects, and they get plus 2,000 power and 2,000 defense. It's good for boosting. And then you can drop a Dimensional Dragon from your hand, and so the next time you would take damage is reduced by 3. So that can save you. I only played a one up because it's not really that necessary. Now to the little items. We play two dimensional spirit gun Kacha and then one dimensional heritage Idos. I love Kacha more because Kacha has the ability to, you have to pay a life to place it, to equip it, and then during the attack phase you can side this to restand one of your dimensional dragons and you get to draw a card. So literally there's a lot of combos you could do with that because a lot of cards have abilities where they're when they attack or stuff like that. And then you have Dimensional Heritage, or it lets you side it to look at the top three cards and then place them in any order. So it's good so you control what you draw. And it has the ability to where if you have Lost World in the field, you can send this card to the grave, gain 3 life, and then draw a card. On to the Impact card, D Zenith. It's literally an impact to get to the Lost World. So what you do is you, on your opponent's final phase, you drop 2 Dimensional Dragons, gain 2 gauge, and then automatically add Lost World to your hand. And since it's their final phase, once they hit end phase, you can just cast Be Lost. And Be Lost, Lost World. That's Cover the Flag. I love Lost World. Lost World are just so much fun. So that's really lit. So Lost World, you got to play your 2. I wish you could play more, but you don't really need to. Hopefully you could get to this as fast as you can so you can go into your Lost World deck and literally wreck your opponent. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm going to get the Lost World deck out and show y'all what I play in that. Now we're on to the total devastation and destruction that is Lost World itself. I play 4 Vile Demonic Dragon Vanity Hush Destroyer. This is the go-to. You want them on the field. It makes it to where your opponent can't gain life. It can be destroyed by card effects, so your opponent has to usually deal with it by battle. And it has the ability to where when it attacks, it can just drop a card. This card is so good, so fun. I spent a lot for these. I'm kind of embarrassed to say that I did spend a lot for these, but I'm glad that I have them. Don't worry about it. It's fun as hell. Next, we have Vile Demonic Hush Deity Dragon Vanity and Destroy. These long names is long. This card is the card. This is the thing that if you watch my friend Flames' video, this is the card he hates because it has lifelink lose. Literally, you take your whole hand, put it into the soul, and then you take everything in the deck and you put it into the soul. This card you can't lose until it's gone. You can't drop its soul by card effects. You have to literally attack at it. Or there's probably other means, but I don't know them all in my head right now. Also, it has the ability to where during the beginning of each player's turn, I take a card out of the soul and add it to my hand. So it lets me control what I get, and I can't lose until you defeat it. And literally, if I go into this early, you have to deal with a lot of cards in it. So love it, but I don't usually go into it just because Flames hates it. I only go into it just for, like, if I want to annoy him. So next. Vile Demonic Deity Dragon Vanity Epa Destroyer. It can only be called if what is it? Is it a Lost Vader card is destroyed? No, if a Lost World monster is destroyed. So pretty much a Lost Vader. If a Lost World monster is destroyed, you pay 2 gauge and call this card, and then it lets you just drop all the soul on 2 cards and then just get rid of those cards. It just drops those as well. So I barely be able to even go into it because usually my monsters don't get destroyed, but it's there if it's necessarily needed to be. So yeah. Next is Vanity Hush Destroyer the Skull. When this card attacks, it destroys everything. Does it destroy everything or just monsters? No, it destroys all cards on your opponent's field. So I use that with the gun equip card that's in the thing. So you attack with this, destroy everything, and then use gun to side it, stand it back up, and get a draw. Just so you can swing again and destroy everything again. So I only played it 2 because it's not needed at more than that. But this is really fun card to play. Next, the one of Demonic Dragon Release Vanity Hush Destroy. I just wanted to play it just because it has the ability to can be destroyed by punch card effects. Pretty much all of them have that. This card attacks, destroy or return a card, return to hand card on your opponent's field. So when it has double attack. So pretty much when it attacks, you could just literally continue to bounce cards to your opponent's hand if they can't be destroyed, or just destroy those cards. And I forgot to say that he had double attack as well. And I think. And this had triple attack. Sorry, I didn't. This had double attack. All of these had like double or triple attack. I just didn't mention it. Next, we're going to talk about the Degwain Scythe. When this card enters the field, you can pay a gauge. When this card enters for the call cost, when this card enters the field, nullify the ability of a card in your opponent's field and destroy it. So literally just nullify something and then just destroys it. So it never got the soul guard and just lets it go. Love using this against Flames as well. Because it's really just annoying. Because you can just really do a lot. Unless the card says it can't negate its abilities. And then onto the Lost Vader spells. Dimensional Draw. You draw 3 and then drop 2 cards. It's a hard once per turn, but it's really good. It's really good because you really want to go through this deck and try to get all your little combo pieces. Next, Dimension Cruelty is a counter card. You can use one of these. You can use one of these 4 abilities. Put up to 3 cards in your drop zone in your gauge, so you can get gauge. You can up 1 card in your field, so you can get more attacks. You can stop a card in your opponent's field, so you can stop their attacks. And then you can drop up to 2 souls from a card on your opponent's field, so it gets rid of their soul. Enough said. Dimensional Revival, it allows you to call a card from your drop zone by paying its call cost, and that card gets an additional 2 critical. So it's really fun to play with certain cards in this deck. Next is Dimensional Mirror. I play so much Yu-Gi-Oh! I literally thought this was Mirror Force when I saw it. It lets you negate the attack and then deal damage to your opponent equal to the total critical of all attacking monsters. So with these monsters having so high attack, usually if my opponent has to swing with multiple monsters just to like get over that card, I can literally just drop this and make them take so much damage. 1 Dimensional Life Stream. It lets you just either gain 10 life or put your opponent's life at 10. Enough said. That's pretty much all it does. Dimension Jamming, just to drop 2 cards out of your hand. Like I said, this deck is literally just to mess with your opponent. So you can just drop 2 cards in your hand for no reason. There's 2 items for this deck. It's Valor Demonic Arms, Lost to the Wall. I barely use it, but it is decent. Your opponent can't call monsters by card effects. That's 1. And counter, during an attack on your opponent's turn, you may pay 1 gauge and nullify the attack, and it has double attack itself. So literally, you could just stop your attack. If your opponent, because usually you want to keep your center open, but sometimes you won't. They try to attack you, you could just pay a gauge and then stop it. And then all for the impact for this Lost World deck is Vanity Zero Blazer. Blazer. Pay 3 gauge and deal 10 damage to your opponent. That's nasty. So you could literally just one-shot your opponent if you can get the gauge and just do this. I think the conditions is to have 2 Lost Vaders on the field. Yeah, you have to have 2 Lost Vaders on the field, so that's not hard to do in this deck. But that is my Lost World deck. I hope you enjoyed it. But that's Lost World. This is the deck that Flames don't like. And I really do enjoy this deck. I hope they bring Ace back for the anime. But if they don't, it's okay. But I really hope they do. But this is my Lost World deck. I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. Unlucky Bros Incorporated gonna have more videos coming to you. And that's the end of my turn. Peace.